Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today we're reviewing the Acer Ferrari 3000, specifically the 3400. It's time for the ports. On the left we have 4 USB 2.0 ports. We have an IEEE 1394 digital port. This would have been an express card slot, but instead we just get a PCMCIA port. And finally, the hard drive is stored here, and right below it, just like on the Dell Latitude D600, it has the headphone, microphone, and audio out port. On the front, we have the speakers left and right here. We have a Smart Media /SD/MMC/Memory Stick Pro port. Yeah, it's a card reader, super combo, and this is an IR sensor for both PDA and a remote. And this is the toggle switch for Bluetooth, and here's the toggle switch for Acer Signal Up, also known as Wi-Fi. On the right, we have only 2 ports, surprisingly: the DVD drive, slot loading DVD RAM drive, and obviously the power jack. Now, finally, on the back, we have from here the phone port, Ethernet port, proprietary PCI Express, docking station port, parallel port, VGA out. Wait a second, that's not good. And that's video out. This is just the vent and the Kensington lock. It's time to go over the specs. The Acer Ferrari 3400 LMI comes standard with an AMD Athlon 64 3000 Plus processor with a clock speed of 1.8 GHz. It comes standard with 512 MB of DDR DRAM. The motherboard supports up to 2 GB. This laptop comes standard with a Super Combo DVD-RW plus DVD RAM drive. It comes with a non-widescreen 1400 by 1050 15-inch SXGA Plus display. This laptop comes with an ATI Mobility Radeon 9700 GPU. The bloatware pre-installed on this computer includes Acer Empowering Technology, Acer Launch Manager, Acer Arcade 3.0, Acer Grid Vista, Acer System Recovery, Adobe Acrobat Reader, Cyberlink Power DVD, NTI CD Maker, and Norton Antivirus 60-day trial. The laptop remained kind of unknown until LGR made the video on the Acer Ferrari 4000, and for a brief moment mentioned the Acer Ferrari 3000.
As well as the equally iconic Rossa Corsa red paint used by Ferrari and other Italian manufacturers since the 1920s. Though not as much of said red as other Acer offerings, like the Acer Ferrari 3000, which was a horse of a different color indeed, going all in with the high-gloss Ferrari red paint scheme.
Yep. This is the flash file. Oh, we can skip this. Yeah, there it is. For some reason that image is stretched. It's not actually a widescreen. Wait, we were already there. More info. Okay, let's mute that. That's getting annoying. It even beeps every time you touch something. Man, Flash was such an oddity. Oh. Let's meet that again. That's getting annoying. There are different views. Yep, that. Nowadays, you're barely even bragging about anything but showing that. Yeah. Wait, I missed that? Okay, there we go. Kind of sensitive. Huh, that's all it has to show. Wait a second, that one's a tray loading minus a slot loader. Huh, kind of odd. Name card holder, what the hell? Oh, so that's what it is. Still, though, useless. Now, you may be confused on what that is, but I'm confused too. The hard drive goes here, so my best guess is that this is a rubber kind of like protector, so when the computer falls and it lands on here, it kind of cushions the impact, but I don't think that will protect much, honestly. It's true. The Ferrari 3400 is really flashy in style. I mean, if you took this laptop to any public area, such as Starbucks or anything in that manner, people will be looking at it in confusion and be thinking many thoughts. So, should you buy this thing? Well, let's find out in the review. Alright, so this is the Acer Ferrari 3000, and one thing I like to point out is that the latch is rubber. This is really good, especially if you want to get a better grip. On every other laptop latch I've seen, they're plastic and they're kind of hard to open up unless you push them inwards, but most of them just slide, so it's good that this is rubber so that you don't fumble and stuff. So this one actually gives you a good grip. So I like that attention to detail from Acer. So there's an IR sensor here for a PDA and /or a remote. And while the speaker holes look all grand and all, upon closer inspection, only a very small portion is actually holes. So the speakers don't even sound that special at all. They sound like very, very normal laptop speakers from 2002. But if you take this laptop into a Starbucks, people might think that you put the Ferrari logo on there as a sticker or something because you like Ferrari or something, but no. This is actually not a sticker. It's a part of it. It's actually painted on. Yeah, that's paint. So I think that's really cool. Alright, so this is the charger. This is not the same as the other Acer charger, which works on pretty much every Acer model that I have except this one. So this charger actually works with a few Toshibas too, like the Toshiba Satellite M65, which I'll review probably in my next video if I don't review the Acer Aspire 2020 or 2000. Yes, I have two of them, and yeah, so I'm gonna plug this in and then power this on. One very annoying thing before I open this up is that the Acer logo is facing this way, along with the Ferrari logo. And while it may not seem like much, if you have this laptop open, this is facing the wrong way. So people won't really know what the computer brand is until they look up close and tilt their head a little. So maybe if this thing has symmetrical slots, maybe you can flip this around yourself, but the Ferrari logo will still be inverted, so yeah, that's a little concerning, but then again, it's an afterthought, so it doesn't matter. And a lot of laptops back in this era had that issue, and this wasn't. And back then, Acer wasn't exactly that big of a laptop manufacturer. I mean, they mostly made desktops back then, so anyway, I'm going to open this up. This is rubber, of course, so watch this. Oh, man, that's so satisfying. This thing feels really well built. I mean, upon first touch, I mean, you can tell this thing is durable. This plastic does not feel hollow, and it is firm on your fingers. This plastic isn't cheap. Yeah, it opens right up. I forgot to say that. This is a UK keyboard because that's what it came with. Unfortunately, parts for this are extremely scarce, so I really can't find a replacement keyboard, and this one's even really worn out. But it works, and I kind of like this enter key better than a US enter key. Anyway, yeah, you have some pretty standard features, a very small trackpad, but it's good enough for this era. You have a D-pad for scrolling, and of course, an AMD logo painted on to here. That's not a sticker. Usually it won't have that and just have these two stickers, but no, this one has a painted AMD thing. Up here, this is actually carbon fiber with a coating of rubber over it of some sort, and it kind of feels kind of bad now after being worn off so much, but it's real carbon fiber under there. So now let's power this thing on. Right, so the first application I'd like to show you guys is this. This is Acer Arcade. Yep. This is version 3.0, so it was really only meant for Aspire computers, not Travel Mates. You have different options here. You can go into settings. You can go to music, video, look at some photo albums, cinema. Now, cinema is actually for DVDs, for watching DVDs. I'll actually make a separate video showcasing Aspire Arcade, but yeah, but basically this is what it is. It is pretty straightforward and easy to use. It has a nice UI, and I'm a really big fan of it, honestly. So let's just X out of this and I'll get to the separate video regarding Aspire Arcade. Alright, so empowering technology used to do something, but now it doesn't. Grid Vista, if you saw LGR's video on the Ferrari 4000, you know what that is, so I really don't need to cover that. VLC Media Player, you all know what that does. Okay. Yeah. You can definitely watch DVDs on here, although since most videos are widescreen, it won't look the most optimized on this screen. But yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, that's just a D-pad. You're gonna find yourself accidentally clicking on the D-pad a lot on this thing. But yeah, now let's do some Sonic Roboblast 2. Right, here we go. I'm gonna mute the audio because you really don't need to hear it. It's not that important. Yeah, let's do Deep C better. And now, one thing I'd like to say is that this laptop overheats a lot. This doesn't run really great. It runs pretty standard for a Square Display XP machine. There the fans kicked in. This thing will overheat pretty fast. On older Acer laptops, if you try to use a battery without a charge, if it overheats too much, it'll shut the whole computer off instantly after a little bit, which happened to me when I was installing all the programs and drivers on this thing. So I had to disconnect the battery and prevent that from happening altogether. It happens on my 9500, but it didn't happen during the video, thank goodness. But it happens, just so you guys know. Now, this really can't run too many games like this, mainly because even though it has Ferrari badges. Unlike the Ferrari 4000, there's not too much here to justify the price besides the logos. This laptop you would pretty much just get to make a fashion statement or something, just to show to your peers at school that your laptop is better than theirs, pretty much. So there's nothing really special about this thing besides the Ferrari logos. I mean, its specs are very mediocre. I mean, seriously, I have a lot of XP machines way more powerful than this, and they're not even 17-inch. So I think that's kind of embarrassing. This, however, is slightly more powerful than its competitor, the Dell Latitude D600. But it works. You can use this for Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, or any very bare bones thing for minimal hardware acceleration. Gaming on this thing is a non-entity. Don't even think about gaming on this thing. It's not a good idea. This is just frame skipping, but it remains kind of constant, so you don't lose input or anything. There's no slowdown, just frame skipping. So this is actually alright. I don't mind this. Once you get into the game, you won't really notice these issues. There it starts. Yep. I'm gonna exit out here just in case this thing doesn't die on me. We can try Eduke 32. I'm going to mute the audio every time I play a game now because it kind of gets in my way. Now, last time the game just crashed when I try to load it, but let's see if it works this time. Okay, please work, please work. Oh, yep. Cancel. I'll just use E. That's the other way to do it. It crashed here the last time. Let's see if it doesn't. Yep, it crashed. Okay. That's kind of sad. So since there's not much I can show you here, I'll kind of make up to it by going to Windows Media Player and just showing you that this is Media Player 11. But I didn't put the music on here since the speakers aren't that special, so I really won't show off the sound on this thing. I mean, you can just imagine the Dell Latitude D600. It has pretty much the same speakers, same driver actually, believe it or not. Nothing special here. We can try Paint, make a little doodle. Accessories, yeah, Paint. Alright, let's full screen. Let's create our aspect ratio. See right there. Great. Well, let's make the world's favorite word. The world's favorite word. Why does it keep doing that? Yep. Let's create like the worst color as a background. Yeah, that does it. Let's see if it is. Nothing special about this thing. So let me just shut this down. Oh, actually, it showed that. Does it show the volume thing? Wow, it does. That's nice. Okay, but we're getting off track. But I'm gonna shut this down, and we'll get to the conclusion. The keyboard on this thing is a little bad. While they try to make it look ergonomic, I just think it's kind of tacky. Even though it feels good, it's just not a good layout. Now, do I recommend this laptop? No. I only recommend it as a collector's item, mainly because it's not that powerful for an XP machine. So, yeah, you should really only get it for the novelty or something, or the Ferrari badge. So, I really kind of don't recommend this. It's pretty mediocre. But anyway, regardless, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.